Hey everybody, Dev here, and lately I've been focusing on Devastator's account and his adventures through GoBoWi, so I thought maybe I could give Omega a bit of love too. So what I'm going to do is show you a little experiment that I've been running. So, here we go. Obviously this is a Rush Town Hall 10, sort of similar to Omega in that there are no Infernos and no Expos, so this is a good sort of yardstick, if you will, for what's going on with this. Now you can see I've got some Valks in there, but what I've also got is 2 Witches and 2 Bowlers that he's trained naturally, plus in the CC there are 2 more Witches, a Bowler and a Giant. And I just want to show you just a little different technique on using your troops. Try to get some loot here, and then we'll just see what we can see in the analysis. So, starting off with a Queen Walk. Noting that, of course, the healers are no longer max because of the update. Trying to funnel in through this part with the CC in there. Now, I've deployed my troops and triggered the CC, which is not ideal. Seeing a Hound and a Loon in there is going to derail this attack significantly. What I wanted to do was clear that funnel, though, take out those CC troops, which didn't quite happen. And that Hound is going to cause a wee bit of an issue. But I have made a breach up here with my wall breakers, which is really important. Now, to deal with this Hound and King, the Queen is still there, she's still walking, she's still got the healers and support, so it's only a matter of time rather than a matter of strength. So the Queen is going to take out that Hound, but then of course the pups are going to pop out, so I dropped some Wizards down just to help out with this. You can see I've taken a long time, but I've managed to get that funnel right, and the Valks are going where they should be going, and I've made a jump path to the core. Now, once the Valks have corded out, I then want my Witches from the CC and my army to then walk with the Queen. This is really important. Get the Witches and the Bowlers to walk with the Queen so the healers can offer support, and that the Queen can also shoot over the walls when in this case, you can see the Bowlers going around the outside. So, Valks have done their thing. I've called out, and what we're going to do is just watch the Queen and the Bowlers and the Witches do their thing. Of course, this air defense is going to be an issue eventually. As you can see, the healers are going to cross that path, and now they're under attack. But you can see that the GoBoWi portion of this attack has got a little bit of traction. So I guess what this is it's a bit of a hybrid where you sort of use Valks to core dive, and then you're going to use your Witches and Bowlers and Queen to go around the outside and clean up the rest of the junk. Haven't used this in war just yet. As always, the splash damage is going to be an issue, so that quite strong Wizard Tower is going to be a threat. Don't know why this person's got low cannons and then a high Wiz Tower. War weight, it's the other way around. Wizard Towers have a very high war weight. But we can see that the Witches and the Skeletons really are, doing what they do at Town Hall 11, but just at Town Hall 9/10. So we'll speed up. And in the end, the only thing that stops this attack from being 100% 3-star is, of course, time which was taken up by the disposing of the CC Hound. But that's important because the Witches, while they can fire, once they destroy that Hound, it's the pups that are the real issue. So just keep that in mind. Yep, really only a matter of moments there. Okay, so taking a look at a stronger base. Just scrolling through the chat to find the replay. Here we go. So this one here is a base that is a ring style base, and it has Infernos. So again, setting up a nice funnel, getting the Valks into the core, and then using the Witches, etc. to follow up is going to be crucial here. So, oh, look at that, big Tesla. Okay, so again, making that breach, making that cutting that corner, trying to get that funnel on the ring is going to be really important. Screwed up my wall breakers here, so I had to deploy a few more Giants and maybe get a few Valks to cut their way through that wall. But once we make our breach, our Wizards come in. There we go, drawing fire from the Expos. There we go. Now once that cannon goes down, it's jump path. There it is. And then you send in the Valks for the core. Don't forget to rage. Don't forget to use the spells correctly here. I don't think I end up doing that. But just pausing here. Okay, once the Valks are in there, Alright, distracting all those defenses and using their sort of natural tankiness. You then send in the rest of your meat. Now I sent in the king as well as a bit of a shield with that giant. If I had a few more giants up my sleeve, I would have preferred them to go in first. Okay, and the queen is now going around in a clockwise direction. So the Valks get in and they get their dark. They manage to destroy the critical structures. Yep, they end up getting the Inferno, which is great. I think they fall short on the Town Hall here from memory. Okay, but we can see the Queen coming around one side, but we should be focusing on the point of this video, which is the GoBoWi portion. And we're getting quite a lot of value. Now remember, there's 2 max witches in there, and there's 2 level 1 witches in there. So while this army is a little intense on the dark, if you are patient, you can find some bases that will offer you some rewards, just so you can get used to it. I imagine I'll be upgrading Omega's witches very shortly as a result of this. Now I know, in previous videos, I have been sort of down on witches. And for good reason, because I genuinely feel that they are overcosted in terms of their troop space. At 12, I just think they're a little too expensive. 250 dark, yeah, that's about twice a bowler, and I can understand why that is. But 12 troop space is probably a bit much. I feel that people would get on board with them a lot more, naturally, if they were sort of a 10 or 11. At 10, you can have 3 in a CC at Town Hall 9. At 11, you can have 2 at Town Hall 9, and of course you can have 3 then when your CC is up to 35 space. So perhaps maybe only going from 12 to 1, because of course 12 times 3 is 36, which no CC can hold, so it's a little awkward. Alright, so we'll just speed this one up here. Alright, so you can see we're getting quite a lot of value out of these troops, which is really good. And fortunately in this raid I did manage to get most of the resources that I was after. Just a bit unlucky I didn't quite have enough punch in there for the core. Alrighty. So we'll just take a look at one of Dev's ones, and this one is quite a high scoring one, I have to say, but I don't think the GoBoWi portion actually did a heck of a lot. Look at this, it's a ring style base, it's a, well, I guess we could say old max Town Hall 11 because we haven't got any new defences up and running yet. So we'll just see how this goes. Alright, wizard there and wizard up there to try and stop those camps from derailing my attack. Jump in, jump path in. Now I went sort of at an angle. You can sort of see the way I was trying to drive my troops in through that straight direction, rather than trying to come sort of through here and make it perpendicular. Just a bit conscious of the people going left and right, which in this case is not so bad. Alright, so the Eagle Artillery is fired up. In goes the bowlers. Some go right, some go straight. Frustrating at the start, but the ones that ended up going to the left do their job. The ones that went right actually peel back round, which was really odd, and I misclicked on the warden there. So you can see the GoBoWi is doing its job, and it's clearing out that ring base pretty quickly. And I'm even fortunate enough that I've got some bowlers coming through, so I had that that rage in the pocket, and the freeze went down probably the wrong place. I probably should have gone on the Infernos there. But we're getting the job done through that core, which is awesome. The GoBoWi portion around here is sort of petered out, and this one's petered out as well because the meat's gone down. Alright, so we'll speed up. And once again, it falls to the Grand Warden and his super duper long range to ping away at that Town Hall. Giants and Wizards coming through here for an extra percentage or two. And the GoBoWi on the right hand flank has dissolved. Yeah. So all in all, GoBoWi, pretty powerful. Just having a bit of a tinker, a bit of a play around with the witches just to see what combinations work at Town Hall 10 with Omega. So hopefully soon I'll get some nice juicy war attacks in with it, and we'll see what else happens. Okay, I'm going to make a fail of the week video now. So as always, thanks for watching, and Dev out.